This recap was brought to you by MikePairMoney.com and the Biddles Investment Group. Date July 26, 2025. Quick recap. The meeting began with a market update covering major index performance and sector analysis, followed by detailed discussions of individual stock movements and technical patterns across companies such as Tesla, Netflix, and other tech stocks. The group explored trading setups, earnings expectations, and emerging opportunities in IPOs in sectors like artificial intelligence, AI, and electric vehicles. Stocks analyzed included Archer, SMCI, and GEV. The session concluded with commentary on market trends, global economic events, and the influence of foreign automotive competition, alongside reviews of trading strategies and upcoming market catalysts. Next steps: chart analysis and stock monitoring. Analyze Meta's potential breakout above trendline resistance. Monitor Tesla's performance relative to its 200-day moving average and potential recovery above 300 or 480. Track Amazon share sales by Jeff Bezos and possible implications for Blue Origin satellite launch program. Monitor rumors of a SpaceX IPO and any resulting impact on Tesla. Watch Netflix support levels at 170 and 110.20 cents with up to 17% downside risk. Monitor Mag 8 stocks around earnings releases and key technical levels. Analyze potential opportunities based on earnings from Meta, Microsoft, Robinhood, United Health Group, Visa, Starbucks. Booking Holdings monitor Coinbase's trading activity as Bitcoin consolidates. Follow Tesla's progress on robotaxis and humanoid bots. Monitor the impact of Elon Musk's return to back operations. Research and reporting. Share the Blue Origin's Adelaide article in the group chat. Monitor Boeing's legal investigation and stock performance. Add Booking Holdings to the watch list. Watch Coinbase's earnings reaction and divergence from Bitcoin. Track G-Ank's store expansion and earnings. Review earnings reactions from Meta, Microsoft, and Robinhood. Analyze Carvana and Qualcomm earnings results. Monitor earnings for ExxonMobil, T. Rowe Price, and Floor & Decor. Wait 6 months post-IPO before evaluating investments. Research institutional support and financials before entering IPO positions. Evaluate IPOs only after completing due diligence. Specific stock strategies. Monitor Sound stock for a breakout above $12. Avoid Sound trades due to high volatility, unless during pullbacks near $9. Analyze trading range in Sound between $9. 12. Monitor Weeba for breakout above $19 or a pullback to $10.50. For entry, analyze NVIDIA's partnership with Sound and its trading implications. Watch Archer stock for $11 support and potential earnings surprise on the 16th. Continue trading options on Corvus for volatility premiums. Wait for resolution in Corvus before entering. Research Archer's long-term potential. Economic and global monitoring. Track FOMC updates on Wednesday and upcoming payroll data. Monitor tariffs and their impact on Japanese, Korean, and German automakers. Watch for developments in China trade negotiations. Follow Supermicro's earnings in 10 days. Attend Robinhood's earnings conference call. Consider adding GEV and other nuclear energy companies to long-term portfolios. Entry-level trade setups. Prepare entry orders for Boring when restrictions lift. Track Boeing, BII, performance and target entries near 7.28. Monitor Bath & Body Works for entries below $26. Watch BJ's Wholesale for entries in the $89-$97 range. Track Blackstone for deep pullback opportunities. Monitor BYD for entry around $92. Watch AGNC for re-entry if price pulls back to $9. Monitor Costco for potential entry if it drops below $8.87. Continue monitoring CRWV for trade setup. Summary: market trends and index performance. The market update showed continued strength, with the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P 500 all trending upward. Small caps were also up 7%, but showed a slower trend compared to large caps. The VIX was at 14.74, signaling a risk-on environment. Gold remained in a sideways range since April 21st. The difference between the S&P 500 index and the SPY ETF was also explained, primarily due to how they're traded. Tech sector performance analysis. The tech sector, despite being the heaviest in the S&P 500, was the smallest mover. Apple nearly broke out above 2143.5, but couldn't close above it. Amazon and Google led gains, with Google closing as the strongest Mag 8 performer at 4.39%. Netflix declined 2.38%, marking 4 consecutive weeks of losses following a 13-week rally. Tesla delivered weak earnings and stayed below its 200-day moving average. Tesla earnings and the future of tech. Despite disappointing earnings, Tesla remained relatively stable. There was optimism due to upcoming innovations such as robotaxis and humanoid bots. The group discussed how Elon Musk's shift back to factory operations might impact future performance. Tesla's volatility, especially around the $290 level, was viewed as an opportunity for traders. Earnings calendar and stock watch list. Key earnings for the week include Boeing, Starbucks, Meta, Microsoft, and Robinhood. Coinbase's reaction to earnings was mixed in previous quarters, raising expectations for potential volatility. GNK, a Korean barbecue chain, was flagged for its strong financials, growth potential, and operational efficiency. Sound stock trading analysis. Sound stock was discussed in depth, particularly its inability to close above $12 and the failed breakout from a triple top. The group reviewed historical volatility and shared personal trading experiences. The consensus was to watch price action between $9 and $12 for potential trades. AI market speculation and NVIDIA AI hype was addressed, especially retail speculation in stocks like Sound and NVIDIA. Sound's movement above $13 was deemed speculative. NVIDIA's fundamentals were reviewed alongside a pattern forming in Weibo, which could resume its uptrend if it breaks above $19. IPO strategy and best practices. The group shared IPO strategies. Most members avoid IPO pricing due to post-launch volatility, preferring to wait until the first earnings report. The importance of knowing whether IPO shares were allocated or bought at open was emphasized. Due diligence, long-term focus, and understanding personal risk profiles were all highlighted. Archer stock and economic outlook. Archer's legal issues were seen as temporary. If $11 support holds and earnings surprise to the upside, a breakout past $13 is possible. Broader economic topics included upcoming FOMC updates and payroll data. Trade deal developments with Japan, Indonesia, and the Philippines were reviewed, with ongoing negotiations in China and Europe. AI and EV stocks. GEV, SMCI, and HOOD AI and EV infrastructure plays like GEV, SMCI, and Robinhood were discussed for their long-term investment potential. Nuclear energy stocks are gaining traction as power demand rises. GEV's performance after its GE spinoff was also highlighted. Stock review and entry strategy charts were reviewed for various companies, including AGNC, American Tower, and Bath & Body Works, showing notable gains. Patience and precise entries were emphasized. Boeing was discussed as a possible opportunity pending legal developments. BYD and the U.S. auto market. The group explored how BYD's low-cost EVs could disrupt U.S. markets. Implications for domestic manufacturers and jobs were discussed, along with broader EV trends. The conversation concluded with insights on how the U.S. has historically adapted to foreign competition. Broad market strategies and final notes. Stocks like Deckers, Caterpillar, and Berkshire Hathaway were analyzed. Trailing stops, earnings plays, and entry strategies were reviewed. A reminder was given about the upcoming FOMC meeting, tariff news, and the availability of an advanced options course requiring prior knowledge and a paid review session. If you found this recap informative, consider subscribing to our Wealth Builders membership at mikepearmoney.com/wealthbuilders.